What's going on, YouTube? It's Dagreenshiz here with my 1,000 subscriber Q&A. Greatly appreciate all the questions I received on Instagram and YouTube. Y'all are amazing. So, at the end of this video, I will be showing who won the Kyogre. All you had to do to enter this was just comment and ask a question on my 1,000 subscriber Q&A video asking for questions. So, we'll be showing that. Also, planning to do the giveaway for the Ancient Mew. Stay tuned for that at the end of the video. Also, at the end of this premiere, if you're watching this, at the end of the premiere, I will be going live on Professor Oak's channel for a game night. Highly recommend you jump over there right after this thing is done to tune in and check it out. Now, without further ado, let's jump right into these questions. First question comes from Mr. Walrus Tank. Is there a point in the future you see yourself going full-time into the hobby? Yes, I do, but my wife doesn't have a job. She stays at home with the kids. My job has health insurance, primary provider. I don't think I could do that right now, so that's not going to be happening in the near term. Probably not even the next couple of years, I would say. The plan for me is probably to do it when my kids are getting closer to college-ish, and that could be the time I make that jump, which is 16 years from now. So both my kids will be in college in about 16 years. So maybe right around there. So I'll be like 47, 48. It is what it is. Second part, so, what milestones do you need to not, or what does it look like? So yeah, basically that. Basically, the milestone needs to be my kids need to get out of my house. So that's what it needs to be. Appreciate the questions, Mr. Walrus Tank. Matt's Collectibles. Is grading overrated, except for high-end? Mint cards selling easier at the moment. Yeah, it's, I love it, personally. It's to each his own. For me, I guess it would be easy to sell mint modern cards. For me, when I started in this hobby, I was selling non-graded vintage cards. And that is a serious pain in the balls because you have to take so many effing pictures of all the cards, front, back, left, right, different lighting, to these people that are buying cards for $20 in hope to strike it rich. So that's why I kind of got out of that game. Not my thing anymore, selling raw cards. It's a serious pain. That was the main reason for my migration. But is it overrated? I don't think so. It's been around forever. Coins, cards, it ain't going to go anywhere. So I think it is what it is. I think there are certain cards that can be overrated or underrated, but I'm not going to get into that since it wasn't asked in that question. Mr. Low Poppin', thanks for asking a question. Thoughts on the surge in auto prices? I know exactly why. They're not producing cars. I was just at a dealership. We just made a terrible financial decision. Buying a car is probably the worst thing you can ever do. We buy used, which is a little bit better, but it's still pretty bad. But we got a car, talking to the dealer. They have 4 new cars in their entire lot and roughly, 300 used cars. So all their new car sales guys are pretty much selling used cars unless the buyer wants to wait 6 to 8 months to get the car. The main reason for this, supply problems, chip shortages, working in the Metro Detroit area. My Ford Motor Company is my customer. I drive around there all the time, and there are lots filled with trucks and cars that don't have microchips. They're ready, locked and loaded, ready for microchips, but there is still a shortage, and it's a problem. My dad he gets a leased vehicle. His leased vehicle is like 6 months out or something like that. It's just absurd, the supply chain. And we're in my company, I'm selling fasteners. And it hasn't skipped a beat. Like, we're still pumping out stuff. They're still producing as many cars. So as soon as those chips come available, those lots are going to fill up and you're going to see the prices drop. But right now, it's insane. We were able to sell my used car for profit, which is should never be able to happen. Majdi, appreciate you reaching out. If Diglett didn't exist, what would your favorite card be? Zapdos. Zapdos, my favorite exact. If I had to pick a freaking card, my favorite art is the Rocket Zapdos. And fortunately enough, I have one sitting here. This is the Creature Deck one. I got the Creature Deck one, the black label of this, the PSA 10 first edition. All those cards, same art. They look freaking gorgeous. That's that answer. Question here from Fern. Appreciate you, Fern. Is there any sealed product that can be bought at or below MSRP right now that you think will do really well in the future? What sealed products are you investing in, if any? So I am not much of a sealed collector at all. The most sealed products I have, you can maybe you can't see it, but I have a couple things here, a couple things there, World of Warcraft stuff, Versus System, which is like a Marvel trading card combat game. I don't have like any sealed Pokemon outside of like an Evolving Skies and an Evolutions box. So yeah, just kind of chilling on that. Nothing for that. I have nothing that I'm investing in modern sealed wise, vintage or modern. I don't think I'll ever buy a sealed vintage box in my life. It terrifies the living bejesus out of me unless I can get it at such a discount. The thing ships in and I crack it instantly, checking the authenticity and then grading some packs and selling some heavies. That's the only way I would ever do it. The thought of getting it, putting it on my shelf, and that thing sitting there and it's fake is atrocious. I feel like I'd have a pretty good eye for it. I've watched too many videos on it, but still terrifies me. I'd rather get something authenticated by Rusty or somebody that slid it open and put down some tamper-proof seals. But is there something you could buy right now? They just re-released some Evolving Skies. I walked into local game store. They had some ETBs for like $39. I thought that was a pretty good deal for Evolving Skies. I feel like that was the one thing I said last year. Is like, if I put any money down on modern, it would be Evolving Skies. It was $100 a box when I made that video. It'll go back up. They're not going to print it entirely forever. The box, it's insane. The Umbreon, the Rayquaza, it just all the different evolutions. The thing is amazing. So maybe if you could snag something up at a decent price right now. Obviously, if you get in distribution prices, that's insane. So you can probably clean up. But then the next thing, obviously, is the UPC. That'll likely have no problem selling well, even if you can pick it up off a shelf at a Walmart or something. Not financial advice, but likely odds are those two will have decent returns. A bunch of the other stuff, hold on to it for 5 years, you'll probably be alright. Like, I don't know. It's not something I like playing with. I get more joy out of holding my plastic and cardboard. So, question here from Mr. Professor Oak himself. And also, if you are just tuning into this premiere, you need to go over to Professor Oak's channel because we are doing a game night right after this. So, right after this ends, premiere, we're going to be having a game night. So, go check it out. It's going to be awesome. So, Professor Oak, let's see if he asked a question. Yeah, he did. So, she said, very proud of you, my friend. I wish all the success in the world. Question, if Pokemon was real life, which Pokemon for your pets and which 6 Pokemon would go to beat the Elite Four? So I'm like, I definitely have a strong feeling of who I'd use at the Elite Four, and I pretty much have them in my current Sapphire game because I play an emulator on my phone. Kyogre, Aggron, Zapdos, Ludicolo. There's 2 more. Rayquaza, Breloom. I don't know why I've always loved Shroomish and Breloom, but those things they just do work. You know what I mean? Kyogre's a monster though. The dude literally like after he gets to like level 65 or 70, he can just trounce the entire Elite Four and in Gen 3, no problem. So those are my boys. As long as he knows Thunderbolt, you're good. Game over. Pokemon pet though, man, that's a weird question. Not gonna lie. Not Diglett. He would tear some up if you know what I mean. He would that'd make a dang mess. I don't like pets. Something that comes and goes, something dumb, far-fetched or something stupid, just doesn't shed everywhere like a dog or set stuff on fire like a Growlithe or a Charmander would. So it's probably just a stupid little bird like far-fetched. Even though I would never want a bird squeaking in my house, but to each his own. Probably far-fetched. I'd just rip his vocal box out or something. Hopefully that answered your question. So I got a bunch of comments on here. I didn't really filter them, which ones were questions and which ones were not, but I do appreciate all of the comments. Y'all are legends. So, question from Matthew West. Congrats on 1K. Do you think we have seen the last of the amazing rares? I love their designs and think it would make for a sweet binder set if they did one for every Pokemon. That will never happen. Unfortunately, I don't think they'll ever do that, one for every Pokemon. They haven't even done the baby shinies or shinies of every Pokemon yet. That's going to happen way before the amazing rares. I would say if it pops up, it'd probably be an anniversary set or something like that. I couldn't even see them doing it anymore. They've already moved on. They're doing different things already. So I want to say they're probably a short little thing of the past. You know what I mean? So I could see us never getting that back again. Congrats, Josh. This is from Ian the Mad Dabber. And that question was, it was Matthew West. Did you get a special delivery code? Also, do you see the special delivery cards holding their value in the future? If so, will Bidoof be the most? I'm talking sealed promos here. So I did get a special delivery code and I donated. I gave it away. It was a giveaway on a Facebook group that I moderate in, and she's gone. I didn't even cash it in. And a gentleman named Mo won it. Awesome dude. So yeah, just gave it away. It's not really my thing. I like free money, I guess, but I saw the prices started tanking. Didn't feel like sending it PSA. I don't know. It's just something whatever. That thing's gone. But I definitely see some, like, obviously the price is tanking hard right now. The thing's going straight into the charter. So likely, I know a bunch of people are picking them up just to hold them. There's a bunch of them released. They just re-released them the day of I'm recording this, Thursday the 1st. They just sent out some more codes today. But looking at the other ones, the Bidoof, the Pikachu, those things are doing very well. And this is a Charizard, so I got a feeling it's going to probably do decent. If you were to purchase it at, $40, $50, holding on to it for a little while, the thing's going to go up eventually, I would say. I don't see them printing that many of them, but I could be wrong because of the way the price is dropping. So it's a tough one. It's a tough call. I definitely see if they're printing this thing to the moon, the Pikachu might be a little more scarce. That might hold the premium. But I could see this definitely going above $40, $50 in the future, because I think people are selling codes for around 40 now, or I don't even know. I quit looking at it really after our game went away. Hunter Haas, appreciate the comment, brother. Gregorius, congrats on 1K. Love to see your hard work paying off. If Pokemon let you design a real card, what would you choose and why? I always liked the what's the game called? There's a trading card game. People still play it now. Versus system. Wow. I'm drawing a serious blank. But basically, when you won a national tournament or Worlds, I forget what it was, but when you won, you got a stack of 100 cards. You got to create your own card. What is this card's name? Wow. That's really bad. But you got to create your own card, and it basically, the card name was your name. I had a friend, didn't know him not that much, but I know him, and went to a couple of card tournaments with him, and he ended up winning it, and put his name on it, put like him in a cartoon. He got to create the card text. It was really cool. So we got a stack of 100 of them. That would be sick. So nothing in particular, but that would be insane if Pokemon did something like that. That'd be so cool. Wow. If I remember, then I'll remember. I'll let you guys know what it was. Pokebarn, appreciate you. Question for the live, not live. Sorry, brother. Did you play football or any other sports growing up? And if so, for how long? I look too far away. Yeah. I played street hockey a lot. By the age of 5, I was just in the street playing hockey all the time, rollerblades. That evolved into like playing actual roller hockey. Essentially, didn't ever play ice. From there, started playing some golf. Played some baseball growing up. So basically, baseball and hockey were my main two growing up. Then come middle school, it slowed down on hockey. That hockey pretty much disappeared because there wasn't really a hockey team in middle school where I grew up. So I played baseball through middle school, but stopped at high school and didn't play any sports through high school. Just did me. I tried out for football, the first weight training or the second weight training. The coach was a complete dick. And I dropped it. I was like, nah, dude, it's not worth my time. And luckily so, it probably would have completely changed my life if I went and played because I absolutely love football and I would have wrecked some people. So I'm glad Coach Natuk was a complete dick and dropped that, and I didn't ruin my entire body by playing football growing up. Life could have been different, that's for sure. And so, yeah, not really any sports. Played softball, play golf now, play floor hockey now. That's it. Nothing too major, but I like to stay active. That's for sure. Let's see. Is this another question from Fern? Grass and 1K. Been a long road from the cold basement. Now you're here. Kyogre's are starting to grow on me, and Shadowless Diglett. It's your fault. Sorry, bro. Anyway, you could show us your ways, what you look for when you're trying to upgrade a grade from one slab to another. CGC versus PSA. I'll tell you right now what I look for. I am not looking to cross grade CGC cards to PSA. I see that as too difficult. The main reason is they are easier on surface, and it's tough. It's tough. Like if I do ever do it, it's going to be a Japanese card. They tend to have less print lines, so I don't ever suggest somebody crack CGC, send a PSA, unless you know really what you're doing. But it's also hard to tell through pictures from PWCC, eBay, and Heritage what you're really getting. So unless you have it in hand already, then you can maybe make a better decision. But it's much easier going from PSA to CGC, as I've proven time and time again. I'm usually looking for cards that have really clean backs on PSA cards. So when I'm looking at a PSA 6 and the thing is like near mint in the pictures, I'm speculating, hoping that thing's got like the smallest binder ding in the world or a little pen point or something. Something to knock that thing down 4 grades and the card looks immaculate. Knowing that when I send this to CGC and I put subgrades on it, if it gets a 6.5 on the surface and everything else is like an 8.5 or a 9, it's going to help carry the grade up a whole grade. I don't think I'd ever do that without subgrades, because that lower end, like I'm not chasing 10s, I'm just looking to upgrade a couple grades and make a couple $100. So going from a 6 to an 8, 6.5 to an 8, 5 to an 8, whatever, a PSA to a CGC, you're going to make some money doing that. So usually I am looking for cards that are very clean. CGC will hit you on the whitening, the surface. They're definitely more forgiving. You might as well call anything you get centering wise an 8.5 or a 9. It's pretty damn hard to get a 9.5 or a 10. Did I say, yeah, call it an 8.5 or a 9, not a 9.5 or a 10. But they are more lenient. So on those 8s and 9s, they're more lenient. You can get away with more surface scratches, print lines. You can get away with more of that. So I'm looking for cards with clean backs. That's it. So clean backs, maybe a binder ding here or there. and then you're gonna be all right. I feel like that's the main look. Mookie, congrats 1K. Still lurking on the channel, watching your collection grow. Busy man. Appreciate you stopping by, Mookie. Brandon Baker, huge congrats. How do you see your approach to the hobby changing, if at all, once school starts, assuming you have less time to devote to it? Yeah, it's school's a real thing. Luckily, I am going to be taking non-night school, so I won't be taking night classes. So that helps a lot. So it won't be completely destroying my after work time, which is huge. So that's a huge benefit. The best part is I'll still have all my family time after work, so 5 to 8:30. The biggest thing is it's going to be eating 2 or 3 nights for homework, depending on how invasive this classes are, but it's pretty much the last 10 courses for mechanical engineering, and they're usually pretty involved. I know there's still a couple of blow-off classes probably, but yeah, so I can expect 2, maybe 3 days out of the week I'm going to be devoting to it. So maybe I upload a lot compared to most people. So if it goes down to whatever 2 days a week, which for me is not a lot of like that's like nothing. Like that's that'd be a step back, and I feel like will be good. So the videos might just get a little longer because I don't know. I might be buying less. I'll have less time to search eBay and stuff like that. But I would like to still maintain my Wednesday live streams. I did not do it this week. Was a pretty busy week. Got a live stream right after this premiere. If you're not going to be there, go over to Professor Oak's channel. Watch us live game night. So yeah, that's it, man. I appreciate you stopping by, though, for sure. Appreciate the question. Hopefully that answered it. But I definitely, again, don't see my approach changing much. Just pulling back a little bit. I'll be here. I'll be making content. It ain't going away. All right, moving on. Congratulations, Lord Pokey Smoke. My question is, why is Moltres objectively cooler than Zapdos? And also, when will you sell me your Zapdos cards? Yeah, Lord Pokey Smoke. You're smoking something. Yeah, good luck with that one, bud. I ain't ever selling you that crap. Sorry. Moltres is the worst of the 3. I'm sorry. Articuno is clearly number 2. Just pretty bird. Pretty bird. Aiden, then congrats on 1K, bro. Much deserved. Here's to the next milestone. Question: what are some of your Yu-Gi-Oh! Grail cards and favorite sets? What are your thoughts on the Yu-Gi-Oh! Market overall? Yu-Gi-Oh! Grail cards. I'm a big stickler for meta cards in Yu-Gi-Oh! That I played with. Primarily the rarer ones. They're still not even that rare because you get a freaking secret rare in every box. Especially back then, there was literally only 2 secret rares, so it was like almost, it wasn't really 50-50, depending on if you got a hobby box or a different box. But I would say, like, Yadagrasu, secret rare, PSA 10, Legacy of Darkness. It's on the list to get to obtain. I don't even know what that costs. $4,000, $5,000. That's insane. It's on also the bucket list to open one of those boxes, the Legacy of Darkness. That was the box they were giving away at the tournaments I was playing at when I first started. Huge nostalgia. Chaos Emperor Dragon, PSA 10. I think I have an 8.5 from CGC. I can't remember first edition, but that card's a banger. BLS, Vampire Lord. Got my Mirror Force. I like spelling. That's something so dynamic, different. It's not just monsters. It's cards that were in the anime, but this is a huge staple. Like if you had this card back in the day, you just clap cheeks. It was no contest. But there's other cards like that. There's Change of Heart. There's Snatch Steal. Just all the cards that just are meta to me. There's too many. It's going to be a dirty road to go down. Currently finishing up my Tournament Pack Ultra Rare set in PSA 9. Cannot wait to share that with you all. That's going to be a sick thing after I have it completed. So yeah, it's that's happening. But yeah, pretty much those cards. There's a whole bunch of Yu-Gi-Oh stuff. Like there's way more Yu-Gi-Oh I'd like to buy than Pokemon um, at this current point in time for collection, personal collection. Because I have a bunch of Zapdos cards already, and there's a handful of them I still want, but those things don't come up for sale very often. What are your favorite sets? So Legacy of Darkness, Pharaonic Guardian are two of my favorite sets. Ring of Destruction, another PSA 10 card I'd love to have. That card slapped. I'd say those are probably two of my favorite sets. Metal Raiders was okay. It had Mirror Force. That was probably the most playable card out of there. Time Wizard's a cool anime card, but I played the card game more than I watched the anime. Never was a huge Time Wizard fan. I don't like randomization in my game. I like just beating people to death. Labyrinth of Nightmare was pretty good. Gemini Elf, beautiful card. So yeah, that's a couple of sets. And the thoughts on the market, it is not doing amazing, but it's still it's like Pokemon. I'd say it's like right there. Followed similar, like Pokemon went to the moon and Yu-Gi-Oh was right there behind it. Blue Eyes selling for all-time highs and all these different cards. It's doing literally the same thing as Pokemon in my eyes. They're printing even bigger chase cards in some of their sets though, like one in whatever cases, like insane rarity to some of these Starlight rares, and those are selling for thousands out of the box, which is pretty cool, but it's very different. And I'm not a big fan of modern in either Yu-Gi-Oh or Pokemon, but it's crazy to see it happening. Yugi Menect. Yugi Men X. Wow, I've never read that to myself. Congrats on hitting 1K subs. Actually, found or bought some Japanese Diglett at CollectCon. Rip. And he wanted to get me to get it signed, and he didn't end up seeing me. Question: how do you decide how much money to put in if you're just collecting and not buying to resell? That's a cliche answer, but it is the right answer. Whatever you can afford, should be making some type of investments towards your retirement. I want to say we are definitely my age, 30. I'd say probably like the people that are 40 now seem to have a good head on their shoulders and understand what investing for retirement was. I don't know. There's a generation there above 40 that 401k wasn't a huge thing to them. They were like, nah, I'm good. Like there was I don't know if it's just the area I grew up in, but investing was not huge. So definitely invest for retirement. Don't plan on Social Security being there. In theory, it should be, but in some form. But just don't plan on the government for anything. So save your money as best you can, but gotta have fun. Gotta live. You only got one life to live. So, but don't over leverage. That's the biggest thing, man. Catch 'em all collectibles. Appreciate you coming by. Congrats. Loudest intro and outro in the game. Pokemon Classics is really close. It depends. It's close. Now that you hit 1K, are there any milestone goals for your YouTube channel aside from the PSA 9 base versus Zard or Black Label Kyogres? What are your other goals for the hobby in the next few years? Just talk to him about them a little bit. The Yu-Gi-Oh stuff is probably high on the list. I have a bunch of the graded games I wanted. There's still a few I'd love to have, but I got a bunch of them raw that I want to get graded, and I'm just chilling, waiting on those. I'm not really shooting for the moon on all those grades. I'm not shooting for 9.8, A++, but Yu-Gi-Oh stuff is probably on the list. Milestone goals for the YouTube channel. I don't know. I don't think there is any. It's just cool to see it continue to grow and people enjoy what I'm doing. Yeah, I don't like all of us in the pokey world that aren't doing the PokeRev style stuff, opening, because that's where you're gonna hit numbers. Is like if you want to grow a channel exponentially, you need to open products. You need to be talking all modern. You need to be doing all of that stuff because that's what is selling. That's what people are playing in the stores. What we're doing here is very niche. We're not going to be moonshotting by any means. So I don't know, just steady growth. Community, love the community. It's awesome. Never thought I'd see 1,000 subscribers based on probably my first 100 videos, averaging probably 15 views, which is freaking, that was insane. 15 people looking at my videos was crazy. So I don't know, man. Just keep on keeping on and see what happens. You know what I mean? So see where life takes me. That's all I can do. Mr. Ancient, congratulations. Thank you very much, man. Thank you. Desmond Fitzpatrick, congrats 1K. Well deserved. Would you rather buy a copy of a graded card or send the card in and grade it yourself? Ideally, in a perfect world, I would rather buy a raw PSA 10 and grade it into a PSA 10. But dealing with vintage like Zapdos cards, PSA 9 first edition base, there ain't a whole lot of that stuff sitting around raw right now. So like I said, I'd ideally rather buy raw and get lucky and get a 10, but I'm impatient as hell. Let me tell you, I don't have that patience, and God bless those people that do, like Professor O'Callaghan chasing his shadowless set again. God damn, that would be a lot of work. You know what I mean? So, man, that's crazy stuff. Insane. Felipe, congrats, bro. Well deserved. What is your Grail Zapdos card? Probably the phone card Zapdos. I think it's TMB, Tropical Mega Battle phone card Zapdos. They did the 3 legendary birds. It was the first post. If you need to go look at it, I'm not going to go back and post it here because I'm lazy. It was one of the, I think the first post on Dubsy's collection page on Instagram was those 3 phone cards. People want $20,000 for a PSA 10-ish Zapdos, and they don't go for sale. I think I've maybe seen one go for auction since I've been doing this at all, 2 years. So those cards, but also this card's pretty sick too. It's pretty scarce. This is the only one that I've ever seen go for sale, and I bought it, so it's pretty sweet to have something similar type. It's not that old by any means, but it's still not mass population, which is cool. Not a question, but congrats on 1K subs. Thanks. Insert pause home. Your average player. Man, I need that Kyogre for my sign collection. Yeah, I hope you win it, dude. Hope you win it. If you were starting to do a series on YouTube, what would it be, no matter cost or limitations? It would be literally like, I would love to just give away a bunch of, like, Mr. Beast style. Like, literally just doing that with just Pokemon stuff. Just making kids happy, going to hospitals, giving kids, like, it sounds whatever, but I loved seeing, making people happy. It's so cool. Being able to give a kid a Pokemon card and a top loader, and it just lights up their face, and just being able to do something like that. Like when I give away the slabs at Collecticons to all the kids, and they glow up, their parents get all excited. It's just a great feeling being able to give back to the community in any way. So being able to do that and just continuously just repumping it into the market would be cool. Not into the market, but whatever I make, put it back and give it back. Basically what Mr. Beast does, which is really cool. Much respect. Congratulations. How do you feel about MetaZoo investments for the future? From Curtis207. Honestly, before this year, before the last year, really sus. Really sus. Their player base was not being developed. They were just about to have their first tournament a year ago, or they just did. I can't remember the exact timeline. Down in Dallas or Houston, whichever it was. But it's a trading card game that wasn't getting played much. It's still, I don't know if it how much it is around me at all. I guess it probably is way more popular in different regions. I know it's huge in Texas in a few areas. So it's definitely better feeling about it now than I did a year ago. But the prices are now the lowest they've been since the inception almost. Say Kickstarter boxes are 3,500 ish now, and I think they were 10K at one point. So you never know. Is if it's in it for the long haul, the box price will go back up. But like I said, I'm more confident in it now, trying to develop the player base and the tournaments. Much respect to you guys for that. Hope to see it continue to grow. Competition is good. Dear Metazu team. Sniff XX. Congrats 1K. Well deserved. Appreciate you, brother. All right. Where are we at? We're a little more than halfway down on this. Congrats on the subs. Question: what do you think about the hype on the special delivery Charizard? That ain't me. That's why I gave mine away. Not a huge fan of these types of things, but I get it. People make money. I like money, but I don't know. It's a cool looking card. I like the Cosmos Hollow on them. Zard Hunter, congrats 1K, well deserved, thank you, sir. Swami, Leroy is a legend. Leroy Jenkins, by the way. If you know, you know. You should crack out the Upper Deck 30th anniversary Blizzard set on EPAC. I checked that out earlier. Pretty interesting stuff. Pretty cool to see that they're doing some type of stuff again. Mo, huge congratulations. When will we see you open a base set Pokemon pack? I know you said you're going to, but when? Depends how good this next month is to me. I'll be at Denver CollectCon. I know some people might have some heavies there, but that might end up being a shot in the play, is Denver CollectCon. We'll see if somebody can hook me up with a good deal on a heavy base set unlimited, but I would love to open one. Maybe there. That'd be cool. How much did you win or lose by grading CGC in total? Like your content and you are really experienced. Much appreciated. Matthijs, Mathijs. Sorry if I completely butchered that. My apologies. CGC is huge for me. They might have wrecked me in the beginning by not giving me as many 10s as I wanted, but they gave me the ability to burn and turn cards in the peak of the mountain hype we were in. PSA wasn't able to do that for me, so being able to do that at CGC and reap benefits of selling like CGC 9.5 Shining Gyarados for $5,000, just like there was insane things I was able to do because CGC was able to turn cards for me. So I made tons of money grading with CGC. Definitely didn't lose any. I don't have the number to give you what I did, what I didn't do, but it's pretty dang good. CGC has been very good to me. But like I said, if PSA would have had their doors open and they could have helped me burn and turn through some of these collections I was buying, damn, it would have been nuts. Acarn. Awesome, man. You earned those subs. What is your take on Vegas odds of the Lions' total wins right now? It's 6. I'd say it's pretty accurate. I effing hate the Lions. Go Rams. 6 is not a bad number, though, to bet the over. They hit 3 wins, all coming towards the end of last season. They were on an uptick. They're on Hard Knocks. Everybody's got hype behind them now. The coach looks good. The team looks good. I'd almost bet the over. That's just me. Let me know how you do if you end up betting that. I am not. Old Card Shop. World of Warcraft cards. Thanks for reminding me of more crap I need to buy. No problem, dude. John Doe, he's here. Congrats on making the 1K club. Appreciate you, John. Bourbon Boards. What do you think the delivery Charizard will be worth in 1 year? Raw, ungraded, $100. Java Kuma, congrats. Thank you very much. ZNG Emporium, congrats. Thank you. Derek Lavender, congrats. Droop, congrats. Red Flare, congrats. Red Flare question. Choose one, PSA or CGC. Current turnaround time and prices. One stays, the other is banished. CGC. Do I need to give context? It just, I don't know. The slabs look better. They feel better. They have all the text on the cards. And if PSA is banished, then CGC will rule. So, we'll see. Yeah, it is what it is. All right, Mr. Mike, are you excited for the Charizard UPC? No. I'm excited to see other people get excited about it. It's, like I said, I don't play in the modern game at all. I don't open modern for myself at all. It's something I'm missing. But I really don't like losing money. And opening packs is that exact thing. So, when I open a vintage pack, there's a huge nostalgia kick for me. Like, I opened way more Yu-Gi-Oh! Nostalgia packs in the last year than anything close to Pokemon at all. But I don't get a nostalgia kick opening modern Pokemon. It doesn't do it for me right now. Same for Yu-Gi-Oh! So opening the stuff I used to know is more fun to me. Way more expensive. Yu-Gi-Oh! Is not too bad. You can get like $30 packs from 2005. It's not too bad. But yeah, it's not gonna do it for me. But I like seeing all the hype and seeing all the people excited about it. It's really cool. It's great for the hobby. Charizard is Charizard, so it is what it is. Vandy flips Pokemon 1v1 electric scooter jousting. You versus old school Pokemon. Who's coming out on top? Who do you think is coming out on top? That dude smoked my ass going 25 miles an hour. I was standing still, and he went to the ground, and I stood there like a champion. I was not moving, and he smoked me and fell to the ground. So if I'm going at him, and he's coming at me, there ain't no way he's surviving. He's going to get yeeted across the road. No contest. What's the most memorable Yu-Gi-Oh card? Getting deep. Card I don't own. Probably Kazajan. Kazajan is part of Gate Guardian. In my first ever Yu-Gi-Oh tournament as a young lad, I summoned a Kazajan, and the requirement to summon him is tributing 2 of your monsters, which is a pretty effing big deal at the age of 12 or whatever I was. Something around 12. Tributed 2 of my monsters, dropped this massive hammer on the ground, and I'm like, attack your face down monster. And it flips it up, and it's an effing Hane. Kicks my Kazajan back in my hand. I almost hit the kid in the frickin' mouth. But Kazajan, man, that thing, I remember it to this day. First tournament, dropped him on board, got wrecked by Hane. That was epic. Can't wait to hear what's your most memorable Yu-Gi-Oh card. That thing in a PSA 10 ain't no joke either. That thing's like $350, Kazajan. I don't get it. My freaking PSA 10 Mirror Force was $900. Like that's insane that super rare is that expensive. Getting down to the nitty gritty here on the question. So reminder, after this premiere, I will be literally going live right after this thing ends on Professor Oak's channel. Go check it out. My first ever game night experience, so it will be a banger. So if you go over there, and if you're leaving this premiere, go over there. And definitely give the shout out. Just say like it's a Dagreenshiz raid or something like that. It'd be really cool. I'll look forward to seeing you guys there because y'all are awesome. Card, awesome man. You're in the subs. What's your take on the oh, that's the same question. So he typed it twice. I thought it came out twice. I remember responding to it twice. New to the channel, just entered your Instagram giveaway. Cody Ball, badass dude. So again, I appreciate everybody. So now I'm going to run into these 2 giveaways real quick here at the end. Kyogre, Ancient Mew. Then I will see you happily over at the Professor Oak live stream for game night. Talk to you guys soon. Run the giveaways. Okay, just a reminder, for the Kyogre giveaway, all you had to do was ask a question in the bottom of the YouTube video. where I said thanks and asked people to comment questions. So the winner, as long as it shows they asked a question, all right, just filtered it. There's 41 total comments. I'd say about probably 15 of those, or maybe 20 of those, were actually questions. So let's just jump right into it and see who wins this freaking signed Kyogre. All right. So here we are. Got the YouTube comments. So we got to do the CAPTCHA. There's 8. Bada bing. Start. Desmond, congrats. Yes, he asked a question. Congratulations, Desmond, on winning the amazing rare Kyogre. The Ancient Mew has 188 entries. Those of you that were smart enough to do both entries, one on Instagram, one on YouTube, congratulations. So let me turn this around, show you the screen how I'm going to do this. What you see here, this is a spreadsheet. Basically what I did, I went and found every single Instagram comment and every single YouTube comment. So starting at the top here, each person has a number assigned to them, 1 through 188. All the top are the Instagram, all the bottom are the YouTube comments. All the people that entered correctly. So 188. So each person has a number. Your name will be on here twice, once for Instagram, once for YouTube, if you entered twice. So 188 entries. Let's go to the wheel. That's what it looks like. We're going to shuffle this wheel. So right now it's in order. We don't want that. So we need to shuffle 1, 2, 3, 4, 1,000 times 5 for my number of subscribers. 6, 7, 8, 9. Now let's do 10. 10 shuffles. Winner gets the Ancient Mew. Number 128. And the winner is Nostalgic Memories. Congratulations on winning the Ancient Mew card. She is a beauty. Thanks again. Everybody, link down below in the description is the live stream that Professor Oak is having right now. See you over there. Have a good one. Peace.